Good morning. I'm back. What's going on, Facebook? God bless you. It's Thankful Tuesday, Turned Up Tuesday, Terrific Tuesday. It's your turn Tuesday. Absolutely, it's your turn to shine. Welcome to the broadcast. You guys come on in with expectation this morning because I still believe that May is the month of miracles and manifestations. Come on and hang out with the bishop, your boy, your friend, your brother. C.L. Brinson is in the building with Lady Brinson on the backdrop typing. We getting ready to have an amazing time in the Lord. What's up, Sister Dawn? God bless you. As soon as you guys come on, do me a kind gesture. I need for you to hit the button called share. Share because you can, invite because it's right. I'm telling you, all you have to do is swipe right, hit invite. God is going to do something absolutely that is going to ignite your fire this morning. God is going to turn some stuff around. Anybody happy this morning? I am extremely happy because I was able to wake up early this morning and my mind was still stayed candy cotton on the Lord. Will you spread the love? Will you share? Will you get somebody on? I know it's seven. What? My Invicta have 720, but I believe that God has the power to do 20 things in our lives before the 20th get here, and that's tomorrow. Spread the love, guys. Spread the love, spread the love, spread the love. If you're happy, y'all come on in the building. And you know it. Spread some love. Hey, spread some love. Come on in the building. If you're happy and you know it, hit some hearts. Y'all come on in the building. Hit some hearts. We're going to get a devil a heart attack this morning. Why? Because he's been trying to run us absolutely out of our mind. But devil, we come to serve notice on you today. I need y'all to hit some hearts. If you're happy, come on, we're going to give him a heart attack. We're not going to go down. We're going up. And you know it. Hearts help. Come on. Hit some hearts. Come on, y'all. Hit some hearts. How you doing this morning, Shamika? What's up, Miss Johnson? If you're happy, I'm telling you, this word is going to revolutionize your thinking. It's going to take you into another level. I know it's early, but listen, the early bird gets the worm. And I'm not talking about that type of worm, but I'm talking about just grabbing hold to the things of life that God have in store for you. If you're happy, come on here. Shamika, I dare you. And you know it. Come on, go and tell somebody that the bishop is on. Hit some hearts. Come on in the building. Hit some hearts. If you're happy and you know it, hit some hearts. Come on here. Hit some hearts. If the Spirit moves in you like God said it should do, invite, share, and then hit some hearts. Come on in the building. Come on, guys. What's going on? What's going on? God bless you. Good morning to you. God bless you, Miss Hertz. I'm telling you, God is getting ready to empower us. He's getting ready to equip us with a word. I'm talking about a word of knowledge, a word of encouragement, a word that has been sent to set the captive free. But I need for you to understand that this is your season. This is your time to shine. Y'all come on in the building. What's going on, Miss Cotton? How you doing? God bless you. Thank you for sharing. Y'all come on in the building. Once again, I'm Pastor C.L. Brinson, and I was provoked by the Lord early this morning to come on and to share with you guys this morning. I need for you to tell somebody. I'm going to see if I can get some of my friends over, see if I can get some of my friends to come on with us. Listen, it's crucial. It's getting ready to be an amazing conclusion of the month. Why? Because I believe that 5 is the number of favor. I believe that 5 not only is the number of favor, but it's the number that exhibit love. And I don't know about you, but I slipped into a place where I fell in love with myself. See, a lot of times we expect other people to love us when we don't love ourselves. And unfortunately, because of things that may have occurred in our lives, it has kind of forced us to kind of be disappointed with ourselves. Truth of the matter is, we've asked God to forgive us, and what he has done, he has forgiven us. But unfortunately, we haven't forgiven ourselves. I need 10 of you to invite 10 more people. Lady Brinson, can you invite some people on if you don't mind to this live? I wanna help you reposition your thinking. I want to help you not only fall in love with yourself, but I want to help you to dream again. I want to help you to reignite that determination and that aspiration that once lived on the inside of you. I want to help you to see that we fall down, but we can get up. Can I talk to somebody here? I need you to talk back to me. If anything I say during this broadcast is confirmation, if anything I say is stimulation, if anything I say is compelling you to go forth in your life and to do things that God has spoken to you in the secret places of your life, but unfortunately things happen and the enemy has tried to give a cancellation notice to your dreams, to your goals, to your aspiration. But I come up under the power of the Holy Spirit today to let him know that we are evicting him. We're evicting the spirit of doubt. We're evicting the spirit of depression. We're going to evict the spirit of everything that has tried to hinder you from moving forth in the things that God has already declared over your life. Good morning. God bless you. Yes. And I'm not here to impress you in theology, but I am here to inform you that we have to ensure that we deal with neology. What is neology, Bishop? Neology is just positioning yourself in a posture of praying. I believe that what prayer does, prayer opens up the portal of heaven, and what God does, he releases directions even through prayer. Why? Because when we talk to God, God has the tendency to talk back to us. I need you to spread the love. I need for you to share. I need for you to get some more people on if you care. Why? Because I know that our influence is important. I know that we can't just get a word for ourselves. We want to be able to help somebody else in the cross-pollination of life. We want to be able to help somebody else get to their place called destiny. And I know that a lot of you have been such as us. We've been in isolation, but I want to remind you that isolation is not always a bad place. I believe that isolation not only gives revelation, but also I believe that isolation helps us to grab hold to determination. And then when we have determination, you have to understand, even being in isolation, God give revelation so that you can get to your destination. Somebody hit some hearts right there. If that alone, it seems like I'm talking better than y'all receiving. I need you to hit some hearts. I need you to engage. I need for you to say yes, amen. I need for you to understand that whatever the Lord has for you, it's for you. Whenever you get to a place of understanding that things are going to get better, and that God is getting ready to turn it around for your good. There was a woman in the Bible by the name of Ruth that had an opportunity to marry a woman by the name of Naomi's son. And understand that when she married her son, what happened was that she became Ruth's daughter-in-law. And a lot of times, thank you for sharing, Trisha Bishop. Thank you for sharing. I'm able to see those who are sharing. Don't just say you're going to share and you don't share, because that really means that you don't care. If you don't share, that means that you don't care. You don't care about the people that are connected to you. You don't care that they get a word of confirmation. You don't care that they get something that will stimulate them and push them to their place of belonging. And so Ruth ended up marrying one of Naomi's son, but unfortunately the son dies. Why do the son die? The son died because he's sick. He's sick. And you have to understand that a lot of sickness is not unto death. I hope I'm helping somebody right there. I say a lot of sicknesses are not unto death, and a lot of sicknesses are not physical ailments. Understand that there are some of us that have been sick in sin. And we were dying slowly. It was like a cancer that was eating at us slowly. But I come to inform you that God is a healer, and understand that sometimes even in transition, understand that that's a process of healing, because what happens is that we move from glory to glory. We move from mortal to immortality. A young lady called us on the other night and informed us that her mother had transitioned. And even though I heard the sadness in her voice, yet I identified the joy in her voice, because she knew that her mother was a soldier in the army of the Lord. She knew that her mother had served the Lord faithfully. And understand that we all in transition, we're pilgrims passing through. And so I tell people quite often, watch this, Brother Perry, Sister Don, I tell them quite often, I say, listen, we have to learn to do all we can while we can. In other words, our time period here is short, but while we're here, we have to learn how to walk into our seasons. We have to learn how to grab hold to the opportunity that is presented to us. And we have to learn to minimize problems and negativity, but maximize positivity and productivity. Can I talk to somebody? Come here. I feel the power of in the presence of the Lord even now. Watch what I'm finna say to you here. And so now understand that she married this young man, but unfortunately, everything she did for him to try to help him to get well, apparently it failed. And you have to understand that we all have an entrance date and we all have an exit date. Come here, talk, Bishop. I'm trying. Here we find today that a lot of us we procrastinate even in the time in between, because we always think that we have tomorrow. And we always think that we have next week. We always think that we have next month. We always think that, oh, I can do it next year. But I'm here to let you know that your time to shine, your time is now. Somebody type that in. Hashtag now. Come on, type it in. What's up, Janae? God bless you. Hashtag now. I dare you to put this in your groups. I dare you to put this on your team page. I'm trying to help you move from glory to glory. I'm trying to help you move from one destiny to the next. I'm compelling you, ladies and gentlemen, to move to a different stratosphere, because God has, Alicia Odom, something absolutely amazing in mind for you. Come here, clap your hands. If you're happy, I'm happy, y'all. And you know it. Hit some hearts. Come here. Hit some hearts. Watch now. Understand that he died, but here's the catch. Understand that was a heartache for my girl Ruth, that her husband died, but let's not forget about Naomi. This was her son. This was her child. She carried for 9 months. This was the one that God placed in her womb, and she pushed out through the portal of her womb to bring into the earth realm. Watch now. And not only did her son die, you have to understand that her other son died, and before her other son died, her husband died. Come here. Can I talk to somebody here? Understand that sometimes things happen back to back. Sometimes things happen back to back. Sometimes it's not just one particular situation, because the enemy knows, Janae, if he throw one thing at you, you can handle that. You can cope. You can handle that. You are a child of the Most High. You can sing a song and get yourself through that. But what happens when the enemy throws 2 and 3 and 4 things at you all at the same time? You have to understand, God understands that he is the one that gave you the diversity of anointings. He's the one that gave you multiple gifts. And have you considered my servant Job? Devil, what you doing walking 2 and 4? Have you considered my servant Pretty Girl? Have you considered my servant Don? Have you considered my servant Perry? Have you considered Trisha Bishop? This is what God has said to the enemy, because he knew, God, that is, that you can take it. Because if you can take it, watch this, joy. In the morning, I get joy when I think about what the Lord has done for me. Watch this, joy. He knew that you can take it, because if you can take it, Joy, you got to understand that what that says to Shawanda, if Joy can take it, I know that I can make it. Come here. You got to understand that God allows certain things to happen in our lives for a reason. How in the world can we, watch this? I know you're going to put the phone down and shout, cut a 2-step. How can we have a testimony? Don't do it, Lady Brinson, without a test. And understand that a lot of times while we're in the midst of the test, unfortunately, we cry, woe is me. But you have to understand that, whatever don't kill us, it comes to make us stronger. I feel the power of God. I need you guys to spread the love, because I want to compel you to move from a place of being stagnant into a place of flourishing and doing absolutely wonderful in the earth realm so that the kingdom realm can get the glory. Watch now. Understand this, Brother George. Understand that Naomi suffered multiple loss. She suffered losing her husband, Elimelech, the man of God. She suffered losing her 2 boys who brought her joy. Come on here, because anytime a woman gives birth, and understand that giving birth is not always carrying a child in your womb for 9 months. Not to minimize that, but here's the catch. There's some people that have been barren and they're not able to give birth in that capacity. But watch this. How many of you know that a lot of times your assignment is not to give physical birth to your own child that has your own DNA, but sometimes it's to give birth to people that are assigned to you. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. This is why we can't falter. This is why we can't throw in the towel. This is why we can't give up. Come here, jury lady Sherry. Good morning, Miss Watson. Reason why we can't give up, because there are people that are depending on us. Come on here. This is your time, your season to shine. People, listen, may say, you may be the only Bible that I ever read. You may be the only example of success. You may be the only person that can speak into my life, because it take one to know one. Come here. And so now understand that her husband is dead, and understand that Naomi sons are dead. And now this woman that has been identified as to be a pleasant woman, now she finds herself being bitter. Have you ever had some experiences in life that has forced you into a place of bitterness? Come on, I'm not trying to get into your email, but I am trying to get into your business. Watch this. Have you ever depended on somebody that let you down? Have you ever been in a relationship where it seemed as we'll be together until death do us part, but not to be in denial, but to tell the honest truth? Come on here. There was a interruption in what it is that you thought was forever after. Y'all ain't talking back to me here. I need you to understand that sometimes the life brings disruption. Sometimes there are relationships that just don't work. There's sometimes that people who you thought you can trust, come on here, end up, come on here, breaking their covenants and their leagues and their promises that they made to you. Come on, somebody talk back to me. And instead of you getting better, you found yourself at one particular hour in life where you was bitter. You was bitter, you was upset, you was mad as hell. Come here, can I talk to somebody? And you was ready to do something to somebody because you was hurting. Come on here, because you know that hurt people have a tendency to turn around and to hurt other people. Can I talk to somebody? Come here. I wish I had somebody that will engage with me. Come on here. I wish I had somebody that would say, show you right, Bishop. If you're happy, come here. And you know it hits some hearts. Come here. And I'm not just trying to tell you or force you to say, get over it. No, you have to understand that it's a process. And in the process, what God will do, he will heal you. He will mend you. If you fall off your tricycle, your bicycle, your skateboard, if you fall off the horse of life, you can get back up again. But just because you get back up again, that does not mean that you're not going to have a wound. And understand that it takes time for the wound to heal. And even after wound heal, watch this, Candy, you may still have a scar. Come here. And understand that a lot of times the scar is a reflection of where it is that God has brought you from. Can I talk to somebody? Anybody out there have some scars? I'm not just talking about a scar on your face. I'm not just talking about a scar on your arm or a scabbed up, scraped up knee, but I'm talking about, do you have any scars in your heart? Come on here, that you can go back and say, it was the Lord. If it had not been for the Lord, come here. I need you to share. I need you to invite. On my side, where would I be? I'm trying to get you to understand that God is getting ready to shift your pain to production. He's going to shift your pain to passion. Come here. I need you to hear me and hear me clearly today, because understand that this woman, Naomi, she was bitter, but yet God had assigned her to be a sponsor for Ruth. Come here. How in the world can I help somebody? Come on here when I need help myself. God help me here. Oh God, y'all better come here. I'm trying to tell you something. Understand that plenty scars. I hear you, Candy Cotton, plenty scars, but understand that God is saying that the scars is a reminder of how he brought you from a mighty long way. And I believe what the old folks said. Watch this, Janae. He didn't bring us this far to leave us. He didn't bring us this far to leave us. I'm mentoring a team right now, and I'm telling them, I'm saying, listen, we come too far And the only reason why we came this far is simply by faith, and not only by faith, but by work, and understand that he did not bring us this far to leave us. I wish I had somebody that would get somebody else to come in. I'm talking about wake up the dog and tell him to pay attention, because everything connected to me is getting ready to win in this season. I dare you to hit some hearts. Come on here. I dare you to hashtag winning season. Come on. Put it in the comments. Winning season. Come on. This is my winning season. It doesn't matter, Joy, what others have said concerning you. This is my winning season. Come here, Ruth, the woman that is declared to be a Moabitess woman that came from a city, come on here, that had nothing in it great. Everything in it was distastable. It was disgusting. It was like bile in that city. Lasciviousness, all type of corruption that went on in that city. It doesn't matter where you come from. It matters where you're going. Listen to me and listen to me well. It doesn't matter where you start. What matters is where you're getting ready to finish. What's up, Malcolm? How you doing, nephew? You've been silent. I hadn't heard from you, but I'm here to declare to you that it's your winning season. You've been through too much. Come on here. You're lost, but this is your season to win. Y'all ain't talking back to me. Come on here. I understand how your heart can get heavy and things can be dark and dim and you can be in a place of disparity, but I have good news. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Come on here. But you have to keep walking. Come here, David. What did David say? Yea, though I walk through the valley of a shadow of death, I will fear no evil. His rod and his staff shall comfort me. What is he saying? He's saying, listen, even though I'm in the valley, even though I'm in a low place, watch this, Janae, you're going to holler. Come here, Malcolm, pretty girl. I'm telling you, you're going to holler when I say this. Even though you're in the valley, you have to understand that the only place left when you're at the bottom is up. Oh, I'm winning in this season. I say I'm winning in this season. It doesn't matter what other people say. It doesn't matter where I've been. Listen, I believe that God can bring you, all the way from the back row in order to get more. I believe that God can bring you from the projects and cause you to be a projected example to those that understand that even though you come from a place called Lodabar, I still can sit you at the king's table. And so watch, now you have, come on here. I feel like preaching, but I got to teach it because somebody need to grab hold to this, and place it in the infrastructure of their lives. Will you share this with somebody? Watch what happens now. Understand that Ruth, come on here. Ruth is a beautiful woman. She's a woman that have the hips, lips, and the fingertips. And I know that I've shared this before, but God told me to tell somebody that this is their season to win. And understand that even as we parallel Ruth to the woman over in John that was at the well, Jacob's well, understand that she was there in the noonday. She was there. She was sort of like an outcast in her community because of her past. And see, a lot of times people will hold you to your past. People will make you feel less than. They will make you feel unproductive. They will make you feel as though that you will never make it simply because you've made some horrible mistakes in your past. But the truth of the matter is we all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. Am I talking to somebody? None of us can sit in a seat of judgment. None of us can sit in a place of trying to push somebody else down, Victor Cruz, when it's the Lord that can pull us up. Come here, watch what happens. You got to understand that this here, a particular woman that was at the well, she was there at noon because she didn't socialize with anybody else. And I'm going to come back to Ruth because Ruth has something of value, of volume to say to us, and something of value to say to us, because a lot of times we have a tendency to devalue ourselves based off of our history, based off of what family we're born in, based off of not being able to be successful in one chapter of our lives. A lot of times we value ourselves because the relationship didn't work, and now we don't think that we're good enough for anybody else because somebody else called us a garden tool, and that thing has registered in our mind and in our spirit. They said that you wasn't good enough and that you didn't have enough patience and you don't know how to, handle this and you don't know how to handle that. But here's the catch. God can change anybody. Even if they was right on 20% of the things, God still can change you and put you in a particular space in life that you will become productive. And I believe that this woman that was at the well, watch this. She went to the well at 12 noon because she didn't have any girlfriends. In other words, she had sort of kind of like a private, isolated life. And understand that as I told y'all earlier, I believe that isolation is good sometimes. I believe that isolation gives you an opportunity to get to know yourself, get you in a place where you're able to be acquainted with yourself, with your strengths and with your weaknesses. It gives you an opportunity to come in contact with who you are, because a lot of times with the hustle and bustle of life, we don't get that quality time, that me time to begin to investigate ourselves, to really begin to see what's going on with us, and understand that she was there at noon and Jesus was passing through this particular city, and understand that as he was passing through, he was thirsty, and understand that his disciples went to the town to get some food, and understand that he was by himself. Come on here. And that's a perfect place to be, by yourself, so that Jesus can step in. Come on here and allow you to see yourself, because you remember he said, let us create man in our own image, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So don't trip when people start talking about you, because you was talked about in the beginning of time. He said, let us create. He was talking to himself, but yet to the Trinity, the third person in the Trinity and the second person in the Trinity. And he was talking yet to himself and concerning you. We were made in his image. And so now understand that the girl is there. And the reason why she's there is because she have had some relationships. Come on here. She had some relationships, and she probably was in a dark place where she didn't have anybody that she really could confide in. She didn't have nobody that she can talk to. But watch as time progressed, understand that Jesus asked her. He didn't demand her. He didn't say, girl, give me. He said, may I have a drink of water? Hey, Mother Gore, God bless you. And understand that when he made that request, understand that she began to say, listen, there's a separation here. I'm a Samaritan and you a Jew, and we have no dealings with one another. But isn't it amazing how Jesus can break the barriers? I say, isn't it amazing how the Lord can break down certain things in your life? Come on here, that will push you over. God help me here. A place of prejudice and a place of separation. Come on, can I talk to somebody? Listen, everybody have different desires and different affections and different things that they do. As I told y'all earlier, we all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. None of us have any room to be judgmental towards anybody. But here's the catch. God, I want to speak truth to matter. I want to be true to who God called me to be. I want to be able to love everybody the way that I'm loved. Come on here. And no. I don't approve of certain behavior. I don't approve of certain lifestyles. But at the end of the day, it's not based off of my approval. It's just based off the word of God. And understand that the word of God tells us to love everybody. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. And so what am I saying? I'm saying that, no matter where you at, God has a way of reaching you. We can reach way down and pick you up. Watch now. And I got to move. Understand that this woman, he asked for a drink, and understand that she shared what she shared with him, and he began to unveil her life to her. He began to ask her, girl, are you married? And they begin to dialogue, and he began to tell her, say, look, even the person you're with is not your husband. You have had 5. In other words, he said to her, listen, I have the power to give you water that you'll never thirst again. In other words, she was thirsty herself, even though she was getting water to quench her thirst, but she wasn't thirsty for water. She was thirsty for a relationship. And I don't know who this is for. I'm telling you, your connection, watch this, your connection can push you to the place that you desire to be. Because a lot of times we look for other people, other flesh creatures to fulfill us, but there's only a certain amount of fulfillment that is granted to us through socialization. But understand that Revelation has taught me that spiritual relationship with God, it fulfills me. It fulfills my every thing in the being of my fiber, because whenever you're in relationship with God, he has the power to give you everything you need. That's why it tells us over in Matthew, seek ye first the kingdom of God. When we seek him first, he will grant unto us the things that is needed, the things that we even desire. In John, it said, if we abide in him and his word abide in us, anything we ask, he can and he will give it to us. Now, listen, he will even supersede our needs and give us our wants as long as our heart line up with his. Now, watch now, as I move to that woman that was at the well, understand that the Lord quenched her thirst, and what he did for her, he repositioned her. He shifted her life. He shifted her thinking. Watch what happened, Malcolm. He shifted her thinking. He shifted her from thinking that a satisfaction in the flesh is what it is that she needs, because a lot of times we get mixed signals because we never ever experience having a love relationship, an intimate relationship with the Lord. Only thing that we experience is the touch and the filial of love. But understand that there's an agape, a love that exists. And watch what happens here. Now she has had an intimate setting with Jesus. And he said that he'll give her a well of water that she would never thirst again. And so now she have been changed by the moment in the twinkling of an eye. And watch this, Mother Gore, if you're still with me. Now she takes this message that he just gave her into the city where she's rejected. Come on here. And now she speaks a word, watch this, to everybody in the city, and people in the city begins to get saved. What are you saying, Bishop? Even though she have a past life, even though she has done some things that has been despicable, as far as being a woman, God yet used her. What he did, he gave her time to shine. I need somebody to grab that. He gave her time to shine. I'm going to slip out of here in a minute. But as I move back over to Ruth, I need you to understand. Watch what Ruth says here. Ruth says to Naomi, because Naomi got word. Watch this, Kelly, that Jerusalem was back flourishing. Understand that she left because her husband let her out, because it was in a place of poverty. It was in a place of a lack. It was a drought. It was a famine that was going on at that particular hour. Watch this, Juju. And so her husband let her out of the place called Jerusalem, the house of bread. Come on here. He let her out of the church. He took her away from having a relationship. He took her away from a community that had likeness. He took her away from her friends and her family because he thought that he was making a good move instead of making a God move. And understand that a lot of times we make good moves instead of consulting God, and understand that our good moves have a tendency not to last. It's only there for a moment. Understand, watch here now. Word get back to Moab that the house of God is thriving again. I don't know who this is for, but there's somebody that may have left God, that may have stumbled up on this live, or may have been invited, or may catch the replay. And I want to let you know that the house of God is thriving again. That God house is thriving again. That the place, come on here, of worship is thriving again. And I'm not talking about no four walls. Come on here. But I'm talking about the temple of God. It's thriving again. I'm talking about a place where he can dwell. It's thriving again. Come on here. Not only are we existing, not only are we surviving, but I'm speaking this back into your life, that it's time to thrive. It's time to go from glory to glory. It's time to go from less than to more than. It's time to shift from being a lender to being a borrower. Now you have to understand that God is saying, this is your season to win. This is your season for better. This is your season to go further than you ever been. I need you to hit the button called share. I need you to invite somebody over. Listen, Cheryl Bennett, thank you for joining me. Watch this, Juju. Understand, watch now. Watch now. Understand that Ruth says to her, she says to Naomi, because Naomi is getting ready. She has packed her bags to go back to her place called destiny. I don't know who this is for. Watch this, Lady Brinson. Somebody gonna holler, pack your bags. I don't know who this is for. Pack your bags. Come here. Listen to me, Juju. Listen to me. Pretty girl, listen to me. Sister Moses, if you're still on, I'm telling you, pack your bags. Don, if you're still there, I need you to tune in. Pack your bags. Why am I packing my bags? Because you're getting ready to go. And I'm not talking about you're getting ready to move out of your physical location, but I'm talking about you're getting ready to move to a higher rank. You're getting ready to move to a higher destination. You're getting ready to move. Come on here. Somebody that understands the language to a higher LOP. Come on here. You're getting ready to move. Come on. I need you to get your team on here because I'm just getting started. I want to tell you something about yourself. I want to tell you that you cannot allow your past to block your future. You cannot allow your hiccups, come on here, to cause you to be hung up, come on here, on what happened in 1999 or what happened in 2005. I'm trying to tell you that nothing just happened. You got to understand that everything happened for a reason. I believe that your next is better than your ex. I believe that your next, come on here, is better than your ex. I believe that your past, I believe that it is positioning you for your future. Understand that your present, come on, you got to open up your mind and begin to think that you can succeed, that you can do better. God bless you, Brother Chandler. Thank you for joining me. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. It's your time to shine. Listen, let me tell you something. Joseph was tossed in the pit, but that was not his permanent place. It was temporary. Come on here. Ruth came from Moab. That was her temporary place. That was where she was raised. And understand that Naomi started packing her bags because she was getting ready to go. Understand she was in a territory that she was not familiar with, and it never was really designed by God for her to be there. It was in his permissive or permitted will for her to go there. It never was in his divine will. Sometimes God allow or permit us to go through certain channels in life so that we can understand it from a perspective of being a witness on scene, so we can tell somebody else, come on here, about not going down that same path. Can I talk to somebody here? Come here, Miss Hurst. I'm telling you, I feel something called the power of God right now moving and shifting some things in your life. Why? Because you're packing your bags. I know that the airports are shut down and there's a limitation on how many you can fly. But guess what, baby? We on the tarmac. We done got through the terminal. We done got through the checkpoint. Come on here. What we are, baby. TSA. We don't even have to go through regular check-in. We can go through, come on here, a special check-in. Why? Because you're a special child of God. Listen, you don't even have to take your shoes off. Keep them on, baby, because you're getting ready to travel. You're getting ready to go some places. I'm talking about some places that you've never been. Come on here. Listen, I'm not talking about you getting ready to go to McDonald's or Burger King. No, I'm talking about you getting ready to go to Biscoff and certain restaurants where they have maitre d's and you're able to sit down, come on here, and eat the delights of your heart, because God wants to advance you. Come on here. He don't want you to stay stuck in just the normal. They talking about, oh, the new normal. No, it's not a new normal. No, it's new. Come on here. I dare you to hashtag new. God told me to tell you and to remind you that you're in a new season. Old things are passed away. Listen, you're not going to even deal with conversations the way that you used to deal with them. Why? Because there's a renewance that has come upon you after reviewing this live. You thinking differently. Come on here. You're operating differently. People can't come to you like they used to and ruffle your feathers. Come on here. You got to understand that, listen, God is setting you up strategically. Come on here, to be a voice, even in your own family. That's why you've been frustrated in your spirit, because God has been agitating you and aggravating you and pushing you and compelling you to come up a little bit higher, because you are a voice in your own family. People need to hear, come on here, something positive and productive. They need instructions how to get to a place called promise. Is there anybody that will hit some hearts right now? I told y'all earlier this morning, I'm happy. I'm happy about it. I have joy. And you know my song, If You're Happy. Come here, Rhonda. And you know it. Hit some hearts. Come on, let's give the devil a heart attack. Hit some hearts if you're happy. And you know it. Listen. Hit some hearts. Listen. So now watch this, Stephanie. Watch this. Oh God, I feel this thing. Watch this. Watch this. Understand that Naomi packed her bags and she got to the crossroad, and her daughters-in-laws followed her. Ruth and Oprah, they followed her, and she said, listen, I'm going back home. My bags are already packed. You guys, you need to go back to Moab. Why do you need to go back to Moab? You need to go back to Moab because I'm an older woman and my breasts are dry. Come on here. This is what she declared for herself. You don't forget, she was bitter. She said, listen, I'm old. And what if I was to have a child? Come on here. Would you wait around and rob the cradle? Would you wait until he become an adult in order to marry him? But because you do understand that back in the custom days, that whenever a husband died, the brother would take over and become that particular woman husband, so that he can provide for her and her family. Watch now, understand that this is the ultimatum that she gave them. Going back to Moab. Now understand that Oprah, her name means to be fast. She was quick. She was like a fawn. The Bible would describe, as I looked in the Greek and the Hebrew, it described that she was like a fawn, and she was fast. And understand that fast, it trickled over to her, saying, listen, I'm going back to Moab because I know what I can get in Moab. I'm going to use my hips, lips, and my fingertips, and I'm going to get me a man. I know some of y'all saying, oh, Bishop, you just went down my line. And I'm sorry, just tuck your toes in, because I know you know how to get a man. I know you know how to work it. I know you know how to bat your eyes, but I'm trying to tell you that the Lord told me to tell you, sit down somewhere and just wait, I say, on the Lord. Come on here, because the people you've been picking, come on here, have been the wrong pick and the wrong hookup. Come on here. It's been a disappointment because you thought that the gift was in his look, in his 6'5" protoplasm of a man. He was fine. He was handsome. His credit was good. Girl, you did a background check and it all came out right. But when you start unraveling, come on here, the package, you end up determining or seeing for yourself that it was not cracked up to be all that it looked to be, because everything that bling bling is not always pure gold. Watch me now. Come here. Preach, Bishop. I'm trying to do the best that I can. You got to understand, ladies and gentlemen, listen to me, that God is saying that even in this season, you have to seek him. You have to incline your ear to hear what it is that he's saying to you, because a lot of times, come on here, connected to the wrong person, connected to somebody that's blind. Understand that the blind will end up leading the blind into a ditch. Now you got to understand that Naomi is a good sponsor, even though she's bitter and upset with herself because she made some careless decisions to follow somebody who she was in love with. Come on here. And she found herself in a place that she lost everything. But I believe NEKjge was right. Sometimes you have to lose in order to win. Come here, somebody. I wish I had somebody, come on here, that can connect the dots. I dare you to get me to 30. If you get them at 30, I guarantee you we won't continue to tarmac. We will end up taking off. We won't tally and wait. We'll take off. Somebody hit some hearts, and not only hit some hearts, I dare you to put hashtag take off. Come on here. I don't know who that's for, but I know that there's somebody that's been waiting for the right key or the right cue to take off. Come on here. You've been in the posture of saying that if I can just get the right word, if I can just connect with the right people, excuse me, I'll take off. Watch what happened, Miss Hopkins. Watch what happened, Tracy. Understand that Naomi has shared this ultimatum with her daughter-in-laws, and so Oprah go back home. And when she went back home, and the unfortunate thing is, Lady Brinson, that we did not discuss is that we never heard of her name again in the history of the Bible. After this particular ultimatum that she accepted, we never begged Peggy heard of her again. Watch this. We have to be careful, come on here, of accepting particular ultimatums. Come on here. We have to be careful, come on here, of accepting things that are beneath us. We have to be careful about going places that never been designed for us to go. Come on here. By the hand of God. Bishop, don't do this. Don't do this. I'm trying not to, but I feel something. I know I'm not in a pulpit, but I feel something. I feel this platform is getting ready to erupt. Something is about to happen in somebody's life through this virtual worship. Something is about to take place in somebody's life being in this cyber sanctuary. I dare for 30 of you simultaneously to go and get somebody else and tell them you got to get on this live. I dare you to put fire down here. I'm telling you, it's like Jeremiah says, just like fire in my bones. Grab your fire emojis and put them them down. Come on, Walter, take off. Good morning. God bless you. Come on, Tracy. Hallelujah is the highest praise. Come here. I need somebody to come here. Come here. Come here. Is this thing working? You got to understand, if you're happy and you know it, then your face should surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, just hit some hearts. Come on, we're going to give the devil a heart attack because he's been trying to run us crazy as hell, but I come to tell him that I'm throwing him back into the pits of hell. Come on here. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, Peggy. When I just saw that fire, I felt somebody coming out. I felt somebody coming out of the fire furnace because Nebuchadnezzar get upset because you won't bow down. I don't know who that's for, but I'm not bowing down to your music. I'm not bowing down to doubt. I'm not bowing down to depression. I'm not bowing down. I'm not bowing down. No, I'm not bowing out because I understand what God has for me. It's for me. And no devil in hell can take it from me. I feel the power of God that has just infiltrated this room. Come here, somebody. You got to understand. Come here. That Ruth said, listen, I'm not going back to Moab because I know what Moab has to offer. I'm not going back to Moab because in Moab there's disappointment. I'm not going back to Moab because in Moab there's no opportunity. I'm not going back to Moab, Naomi, because there's no Naomi in Moab. I have to stay connected to my sponsor. I have to stay connected to my upline. I have to stay connected to somebody that's been there and done that. Somebody that have God in them. Somebody that may be bitter, but they understand that they can be better. I need to be connected to you, Naomi, because you are the one that has poured into me when others were taking from me. Come here. I need to be connected to somebody that sees something greater in me than I see in myself. I need to be connected. This is what Ruth was saying to Naomi, to somebody that whenever I'm wrong, they ain't going with me just because I'm wrong. They're going to try to put me in the right posture so that I can go down the street called right. Come here. I need somebody to share and invite. Come on, get them up, Coretta. Get Jackie up. Go and get Nancy up. Tell Nancy that it's time to stop being negative. Go and get Jennifer up. Come on here. Go and get complaining Bob up and tell Bob, listen, you got to get on this live because God is getting ready to give you a bounce back spirit. Come here. Somebody in here, come on, need to understand that this connection, this connection that has taken place with Naomi and Ruth is a connection in the spirit realm that God is trying to give to us. Just like Elizabeth. Elizabeth, she was home and understand that Mary came. Understand when Mary came to her home and knocked on the door. Understand that Elizabeth was with child and the child that she had in her womb was a child by the name of John. And when Mary knocked on the door, Elizabeth's womb started to leap. And understand that's who you want to be connected to. That's who you want to be around. No, you want to be around people, Natasha, that make your baby leap. You don't want to be around nobody that whenever you're having a pity party, they're adding candles to it. You want to be around Tracy people. Come on, get Aisha up. Tell Aisha, girl, come on, get to this party. This is a party that is telling you that it's your time to shine. You want to be around somebody, come on here, that when you're having a pity party, you're going to holler, Natasha, when I say this, they're going to blow out the candles and say the pity party is over. You got to position yourself because God has a purpose for you and understand that your purpose is connected to your passion. Come here, somebody. You got to understand that's why the devil's been fighting you. Come here in the department of money because he know that that is your passion. Come on here. You have a passion like Jabez had a passion. Jabez's passion was, Lord, enlarge my territory. Not so that I can get all of the riches and glory, but enlarge my territory so that I can be a blessing to those that are connected to me. Because when I come out, we all coming out. And so Ruth said, she says to Naomi, she says this, she said, listen, your God is going to be my God. She says this, she said, wherever you lay your head, I'm laying my head. She said, wherever you go, I'm going. Understand that Ruth understood that there was greatness inside of Naomi. Even though Naomi Naomi, come on here, was in a bitter place. What are you saying, God? There's some of you that are in a bitter place right now, but there's still people that are connected to you because they see the greater good that is in you. Listen, let me tell you something. One day we're going to die, but you're not going to die not here. You're not going to die like this. You're not going to die bitter. No, sugar, I got news for you. You're not going to die bitter. I'm telling you, God told me to remind you that May is the month of miracle. What is the miracle? The miracle is that God is shifting you from bitter to better. What is the miracle? God is shifting you from less than to more than. What is the miracle? God, come on here. God is pulling you away from toxic relationships. Come on here. Understand that Oprah was Ruth's sister. But understand that God had to bring a separation between the two women. Why? Because even though they were blood sisters, come here. Even though they were sisters, watch what happens now. You have to understand that there's some relationships that are not meant. You have to understand that everybody that is assigned to you is not assigned by God. Oh, God, come on here. I say everybody that is assigned to you is not assigned to you by God. Understand that the enemy has assigned some people to you to sabotage you, Jackie, to discourage you. Come on here, to cause disruption. I'm talking about right at the place when you're getting ready to move to a higher level. Have you ever had any distractions? Have you ever had anybody on your team that wanted to quit when you're trying to run for a rank, wanted to give up? Have you ever had anybody on your squad, come on here, that didn't want to support when it was time that you really needed some support? Come here. I'm trying to tell you, come here. Don't you allow it to distract you, because come here. What was the man's name that took his son up? I think his name was Abraham, that took Isaac up to the mountain to sacrifice him. Understand that even though distractions come, you got to be obedient to God. Why? Because there's always a ram in the bush. You got to understand that, listen, just because they said to you that you won't make it without them, watch God prove them wrong. Come here. Woo! I say, watch God prove them wrong. Are y'all ready? Y'all not ready for this. I say, watch God prove them wrong. He's going to prove all of your haters wrong. He's going to make sure that they are around, because every hater, come on here. I say every hater is your elevator. Every hater, come on here, is your escalator. Every hater is going to help you, come on here, to get to your next level. Watch. I'm not trying to come down on your haters, but I'm telling you what the word said. He said, your enemy shall be your footstool. Listen, hear me and hear me well. She said, I'm going with you. This is what Ruth said. Ruth said, I'm going with you. I'm going with you. In other words, Kathy, what she has placed in her spirit, she has placed joy in her spirit. She said, we might be broke, but we're not broken. I said, we might be broke, but we're not broken. Stop saying that you're broke. You got to understand that, listen, you might not have no money in the bank, but you're just in between blessings. I told you earlier, it doesn't matter where you start. It matters where you finish. Activate what God has placed into you. Come on here. He has placed greatness in you. You got to activate it. Come here. I need somebody to understand. Felicia Treasure Bryant, thank you for joining. You got to understand that this is the season to activate. I'm talking about it's the season to turn it on. This is the season, come on here, not for you to sit in a corner, but understand that, listen, you were going to a job 9 to 5, clocking in, come on here, making other people millionaires. There are many of you that are on here right now. You're entrepreneurs, and you can listen. This is not a hobby. This is not a game. This is not a fashion show, baby. This is favor. This is a place that God has set you up strategically so that you can be blessed and be a blessing to others. Come here. Can I talk to you? Don't you take for granted, Sister Perry, that God has placed a gift in you to write grants. Listen, God has given you education so that you can take the kingdom to a new level. Come on. Listen, God has put you on this platform so that you can empower other women. Listen, Naomi was empowering another woman. She was empowering Ruth. Understand that there are a lot of women that have been broken, and they have gone through transitions just like you. They've gone through domestic violence. They've gone through molestation. They've gone through rape. Come on here. They've gone through feeling less than. Come on here. They have some of the same things that you have experienced, but you've came through it. You came out of it. And so how you going to sit there with your lips sealed? The devil is a liar. Open your mouth and let God speak for you and speak through you. Come here, somebody. somebody. You have an assignment, and understand that there are women that are assigned to you. There are young girls that are assigned to you. You got to be somebody auntie, somebody, a surrogate mother. Yeah. Somebody surrogate grandma. Come on here. You listen, I'm telling you, you got to give birth to these people. You got to push them to their destiny. You got to push them to their place to understand that, listen, baby, I understand what it's like to hurt, but guess what? I've been hurt, but guess what? I'm here to help. Come on, somebody. I need y'all to spread the love. Watch now. She said, listen, she said, I'm not going nowhere else. I'm connected to you. I'm telling you. She said, I'm connected to you, Miss Dixon. She said, this is what Ruth is telling Naomi. I'm connected. No disrespect, ma'am. No disrespect. I'm connected to you. I'm connected to you. You have been so instrumental in my life. You've given me what my own biological mother couldn't give me. Come on here. Listen, I'm telling you, God will assign people to your life that you have to push to a place called destiny. You have to push to a place called completion, a place called healthy, a place because a lot of times, even in the cross-pollination of family relation, sometimes you have people that are jealous of you in your own family. Can I talk to you? I'm not trying to come down on nobody's family, but sometimes you have people that are jealous of you in your own family. If you don't believe me, I can prove it to you. I said I can prove it to you. Why? How can you prove it to me? All right, ask a brother by the name of David. Understand that David never got invited to the ceremony that took place at his house when Samuel was instructed by God to come and anoint the next king of Israel. Understand that David was in the backyard. Watch this, Crystal. He was in the backyard shoveling sheep dung while all the other brothers were in front of Samuel, but they were rejected. Why were they rejected? They was rejected because they were never the ones that were selected for this particular office. What do you mean, Bishop? I'm telling you that you have, girlfriend, homeboy, you've been selected to be the family's first millionaire. Y'all ain't talking back to me. Somebody hit some hearts. If you're happy. What's up, Crystal Nicole Brown? And you know it. Come here, Rhonda. Hit some hearts. Come on. I'm happy about that thing. Hit some hearts. Come on. What's up, Tay? God bless you. Good morning. Thank you for joining me. If you're happy, come here, Catherine Ford. And you know it. Come on. Hit some hearts. Listen, this is a takeoff Tuesday. This is a Tuesday. I'm not talking about take off, chilling. No, I'm talking about taking off of the tarmac. You know what I'm talking about, Tay. You work at the airport. Listen, you done gave me my boarding pass, baby. I'm ready to go. I have somewhere to travel to. And I'm not just talking about some other place as far as a destination physically. I'm talking about in my mind. Come on here. I refuse to be held in the four walls of the chambers of my mind, to being chained down and being a hostage, a victim of circumstances. The devil is a liar. I am victorious. I'm going to complete the task that God gave to me. Come on here. And not only that, I know you like me. I want my children to be better than me. I want them to go further than me. But I'm going to put up a bar that they're going to have to climb. They're going to have to exercise to be able to jump over it. Come here. And so watch what happens. She said, I'm going with you. She said, Naomi, wherever you go, I'm going. This is what she said, Tara Booth. She said, I'm going with you, and I'm not going to hold you much longer. But I want you to know that it's your time to shine. This is your time. This is your season. Stop procrastinating. Just because you didn't hit it last month, that don't mean nothing. Listen, this is your month. This is your month for manifestation. This is your month to do things that you've never done. This is your month. Oh, don't you talk about because you can't go nowhere. No, Listen, you can go places right here in your mind. Come on here. And you can strategically set yourself up, come on here, for the rest of your life to be the best of your life. Did you hear me? I said you can strategically set yourself up through the power of God for the rest of your life to be the best of your life. Come on, somebody talk back to me. Manifested in May. Come here. Listen, I dare you to share and invite. Krista, I smell jet fuel, girl. I smell it, sister. I say, I smell it. I smell it. I smell it. Go and tell somebody to tell somebody. Come on here. Get on here. Because listen, listen to me. I'm going to tell you and tell you this. This girl said, I'm going to follow you. Trevor, she said, I'm following you. Even though we really don't have nowhere to lay our head, we don't even have no milk in the refrigerator. We don't even have no bread or no meat. Come on here. I'm going to follow you. Come on here. Why would she follow her? Because she said, listen, your God is going to be my God. And apparently she had witnessed, watch this, Lady Brinson. She witnessed God do some miraculous things in Naomi's life. Come on here. She had witnessed Naomi. Come on here. God do some miraculous things. Listen, let me tell you something. If he did it back then, he can do it again. If he brought you from a star consultant, come on, y'all know the language, to being a director, come on here. He can take you from a director to being, what's next, baby? A premier director. He can take you from a premier director to being what, baby? An executive director. He can take you from an executive director to being a what? Producer? He could take you from being a producer to being a premier producer. Am I right, baby? He could take you from being a premier producer to being an executive producer. And from listen, whatever the chain of ranks are, listen, God can do it. Now, listen, I need y'all to dialogue with me. Come on, Catherine. Come here, Natasha. I need for you to put down hashtag he can do it. Won't he do it? He can do it. If he did it before, he can do it again. Come on here. I dare you. He can do it. Come here. Now watch now. She said, I'm going with you. Now it's a strategic setup. Now, sisters, no disrespect to the gentlemen that are on here, Brother Trevor and all the other gentlemen. No disrespect. Because at the beginning of the day, women, listen, you guys, you came from us. We were the first one that was impregnated with human. You came from us. God laid us down. He said, listen, man said that he was lonely because he saw the ape with another ape. He saw a giraffe with another giraffe. He saw the gorilla with another gorilla. He saw, listen. And so he said, man told God, listen, I'm lonely. I need somebody. And everything I look at, and there's no comparison that I can't get with no animal. Come on here. And that's the reason why a lot of y'all relationship haven't worked, because y'all selected animals. And so anyway, he laid us down. Oh, I feel it this morning. I'm telling you, it's a terrific Tuesday. He laid us down. And when he laid us down, he laid man down. He opened up our side and he snatched woman out. We had nothing to do with y'all. But when we woke, we said, whoa, man. Because the way that God created you all, come on here, it stimulated us. And we were astonished and we were happy. And so we were so happy that Adam ended up saying, your name is Eve. Not Steve, but Eve. That's another subject. Watch here now. Here we come. After that, man had nothing to do as far as carrying a baby. And I'm glad about it. I said, I'm glad about it because you guys are super bad sisters, those sisters that are watching, and understand that you guys have an amazing assignment. Childbirth. Through the portal of your womb, you're giving life. When you give life, what happens is the umbilical cord is cut. They take the stuff, the plasma, whatever that stuff called, off the baby, and they spank it on the butt and it starts to cry. Because now it's in the earth realm and the ruach, the breath of God. So here. I don't want to lose out on my thought, because here, watch what happens. She says, this woman, she says, because it's all a great assignment for the lineage of Christ. You guys are so powerful and so tough that God created man from the dirt of ground. But God yet used a woman to bring forth his son by the name of Jesus. Oh, God. Come here. Y'all powerful. Y'all are prolific individuals. Listen, without a woman, the seed can never develop. Come here, Lady Brinson. Come here. Don't do it. Listen, hear me and hear me well. Don't allow minor things to grab your distraction and take you away from the major things. Don't minimize your purpose, tampering around with minor situations. I'm coming. We're going to get Ruth there in a minute, because they left Moab and they're going back to Bethlehem, Judea. Now watch. This is your month to maximize. I know we're halfway through it. This is your month. May is the month to maximize your potential. Come here. Let me see some of these. Understand. Listen, guys. Understand that many of you have given birth to a business, but you've been a suspect of malnutrition. I want that to sink in. Why do I say that? Because we pick it up, put it down. We don't stay true to it. We hit and miss. Girl, you was born to be a millionaire. Stop playing. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? Stop playing. Okay. Stop playing. This is what Naomi said. She said, my breasts are dry. But Ruth said, I beg to differ. She didn't say it verbally, but she says it inwardly, because she said, wherever you going, I'm going. She said, I'm not sucking from your breast, but I am getting the nutrition that I need as far as being a woman. You're teaching me, you're showing me certain principles about womanhood. You're teaching me, you're showing me. You showed me how to deal with the sick husband. You showed me how to deal with sick sons. You showed me how to be a good housekeeper. You showed me how to be a great wife. You showed me how to be a Proverbs 31 woman. Come on here. You showed me all of these qualities. And I refuse to leave because I'm still learning. Come on here. You got to understand that you can never stop learning. Let me tell you something. Paul was fluent in several different languages. He served on the Sanhedrin court. Come here. Paul was a very intelligent man, but Paul was forever learning. He said, listen, when I get to heaven, I will know you as I am known. In other words, he said, it's not complete until I'm changed from mortal to immortality. Listen, I'm not going to beat you up in theology, but hear me well. I understand it all too well. You got to grab this. You got to grab this, Jackie. Listen, you got to grab this. Understand that she was connected to her sponsor. She was connected to the woman that can give birth to her next chapter. Do you hear me, Tanisha? She was connected to the woman, the midwife that can catapult her into a whole new dimension. And so those of you that have been riding with me, now they're in Bethlehem, Judea. Now when they cross the county line, watch what happens. Everybody was happy to see Naomi. Nobody knew who Ruth was. And here's the point and the privilege that I can cast anchor. Just because you are a no name, people have underestimated you. But what God is getting ready to do, come closer, come closer. I say, come closer. He's getting ready to bring you out of obscurity into notoriety. Did you just hear what I said? I said, God is getting ready to bring you out of obscurity into notoriety. Why? Because you have made a conscious, cognate decision to be connected to the right people. You have left toxic people behind. It doesn't mean that you don't love them. But you understand that where they are is where they are. You made a decision to say, you know what? Where I am is not where I'm going to always be. I want to go higher and I want to go further. And so I made a decision to connect with people who is winning. I made a decision to connect with people who is positive and who is productive. I made a decision to connect with people who have the blueprint, who can show me how to win, who can show me qualities that I need in this life and in the life to come. This is confirmation, Tanisha. Because the kinsman redeemer lives. Watch now. And I'm going to bid y'all adieu. E. Matthews, what's up, man? David Poe, what's going on? If you're happy, come on here. And you know it. You know what I do. Hit some hearts. Hit some hearts. If you're happy, what's up, Chris? And you know it. Hit some hearts. Come on. Hit some hearts. If the Spirit falls on you, let me tell you what you ought to do. Invite, share, invite. Hit some hearts too. Listen, here's the catch. She says, no matter what the consequences, no matter how they handle you, I'm with you. Everybody was happy to see her. But truth is, when she looked in the mirror, she wasn't happy to see herself. What do you do when God has forgiven you, but you haven't forgiven yourself? That's a struggle. Because sometimes we don't think that we're good enough. Sometimes we don't think that we deserve it. But listen, you deserve this season to win. You deserve this season a favor. You deserve to shine. And so they didn't have anything. Watch this, Sister Wilson. They were struggling. But what Ruth said, listen, Naomi, you have invested in me. Listen, she's talking to her sponsor. She's talking to her upline. She said, you have invested in me. You fed me when I was hungry. You taught me how to cook pork chops. You taught me how to make rice soft. You taught me how to make a meal when we didn't have hardly anything. This is what she's saying. She said, you have invested in me. You fed me when I was hungry. You were there with me when I was struggling, when I was dealing with a bout of depression. Listen. Talk, Bishop. I'm trying to do the best that I can, Rachel. Hear me and hear me well. This sister said, because you've made such an impact on my life and I'm in your hometown, even though I'm not familiar with the environment, even though I don't know where the next supermarket is at, show me where the next field is at. She say, oh, I'm glad that you said that because I have a kinsman redeemer that has some land up the street, right up the road, right up the street. And you can go and work in his field. Now listen to me, ladies. Ruth was a super bad sister. And I'm not just talking about in her thinking or her verbiage, but I'm talking about the Bible describes her as a fine sister. She was beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, stunning to look upon. Hips, lips, fingertips, everything in the right place. But what is so amazing about her, watch this, Tanisha, is that she did not utilize her beauty to obtain wealth. Because as we look in the history of the Bible, there are many harlots that work their moneymaker, if I could. But Ruth said, no, Naomi, even though I come from Moab and there was a whole lot of them down there at Moab, and I understand the game, oh God, there's a word for somebody. That's a word for somebody. Eliminate the sugar daddy. Be your own sugar mama. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? God will supply all of your needs. Listen, you can scroll by, or you can just look from the sideline. It don't matter, but you're going to get this message. Because God is saying that this is the season for change. This is the season to go higher. And this is the season to understand the quality and the value of who God created you to be. He didn't form you for you to lay on your back for somebody to pay your light bill, your water bill, or your car note. The devil is a liar. You say that for your husband. Do you hear what I'm saying? And if he is married, I'm telling you, if he is married, you better kick him to the curb, because God, listen, God said, man, that enough is enough. That season is over. You're hindering and blocking your blessings. Is this working? I don't know how I got over here, but I'm glad I'm here because it's helping somebody. And so Ruth said, I know how to do that. If I wanted to do that, I would have went back with my sister who God served the toxic relationship with. Because my sister went back over to Moab because all of that was legal and legit over there in Moab. She said, but I made a decision to come out of that type of life. See, let me tell you something. A lot of times people are cool with you as long as you stay in that particular environment with them. But you will know who your real friends are whenever you make a decision to come up, to do better. And if they're not celebrating or clapping for you, you know, they did not have your best interests at heart. A real friend be like, girl, let's do this together. Let's come up together. Let's get these coins together. Let's get this cash together. That's right, Lady Brenton. Let's empower women together. Do you hear what I'm saying? Let's teach them how to be self-sufficient together. Because I know what it feels like to be broken and broke. One thing my wife say all the time, she said, man, I'm scared of the broke boogeyman. Do you hear what I'm saying? Money is not evil, it's the love of it. I understand that money solves problems. Watch, I'm talking to somebody now. Now she goes, Tanisha, she goes to the field, she puts her do-rag on. She puts on her long dress because it's hot. She gets her basket, and Sister Hertz, she goes to the field. Y'all pull up and get your coffee and let's talk. Get your coffee in your Danish. Let's talk. And so while the girl is in the field, she's working, but she's a no-name. And she's doing her thing because she's not afraid of work, because Naomi have taught her how to work. I know when you become a boss chick, you can hire your own chef and you can, get somebody to do your laundry and, clean the house and all that. You deserve it. But here's the catch. You still want to know how. Do you understand what I'm saying? Once you hit certain levels, your life is so consumed with doing this, doing that, that you have to bring somebody in to handle those assignments for you. But here's the catch. I want to make sure that I teach my children how to handle those responsibilities. I'm grateful that I was taught how to handle those responsibilities. Aren't you grateful that you was taught how to handle those responsibilities? Because it doesn't matter how many chefs we have. It doesn't matter where they come from. It could be Gordon Ramsay. Ain't no cooking like my wife cooking. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? You want to be able to have a touch that your man can't get satisfied from nowhere else but from you. She can't say, oh, child, I know she don't know how to cook. You come on down here, baby. Child, please. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? And that just because you wasn't taught, that doesn't not mean that you're not teachable. That's why it's important to hook up with a Naomi. And God has a Naomi for you. Do you hear what I'm saying? Seek God, and he will connect you with somebody that will take that time to teach you. And I'm grateful that you are transparent to say, hey, look, I wasn't taught. And see, a lot of times we take it for granted that we were taught. The reason why we were taught, so that we can teach other people that are teachable. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? That's why we go through certain aspects of life. That's why Job went through the things that he went through, so that he can be a witness to us. To say, even though I've been to hell and back, I trust God and I served God even through the process of trials. And if it had not been for God, I don't know where I'd be. And so Job can brag and say that he gave me double for my trouble. I don't know who that's for right there. I don't know why I went down that road, but listen, I need you to hashtag that. Hashtag double for my trouble. Do you hear what I'm saying? There's probably a mentor on here that say, I'll take Netta up right now and I'll mentor her through virtual experience. And I'll be her surrogate mother. My wife is 40 years old and she's a mother to women that are 60 and 65. And I don't know how old Mother NEKjge is, but she's a mother to these women. Over 5,000 women all across the United States of America. She's a midwife. She's helping them to birth their entrepreneurial skills. There you go, Tasha. Double. Double. I ain't trying to make you cry, sugar. I'm just telling what God loves, and that's true. We have to put truth to power. Because understand that Ruth was out there in the field in the heat of the day, working with people that didn't know her, and really undercurrently they didn't like her. They didn't like her because of her position that she held. They didn't know her. They knew of her, but they didn't know her. They undercurrently, watch this, Lady Brinson. God, we're digging deep. Listen now, stay on the shore. If you're not ready to scuba dive, stay on shore because we're going out in the deep. Underhandedly, they didn't like her because they realized her position. They realize what they nosy self, because sometimes you have nosy neighbors. Sometimes you have nosy citizens in the community that's always up in your business, Sister Griffin, always up in your business, Nick. They knew that Naomi was related to the kinsman redeemer. And they knew that it's a possibility for her to get the next spot. And so what they did with their trifling self, what they did, they began to try to look cute in front of the gentleman that owned the field when he came to check on the progression and the productivity of his business in his field. Watch what happens now. They tried to jump in front of her. Come on here. see, even though people underestimate you, come here, watch this. Is this working? Is this working, guys? Is this working? Even though people underestimate you, watch this. Even though they look down on you, even though they have a lot to say about you, even though they bring up your past, they underestimate you. Why? Because they are intimidated of you. Listen, there are people that are in higher rank that they're intimidated of you because they see you coming. That's why you can't lose focus. People have more money than you, but they intimidate. Have you ever been on a circular job and your boss seem like he or she is agitated or irritated when you in their presence because you're productive, because you handling your business, because you doing what you're supposed to do? They intimidated because they saying, if this sucker even he or she can get my job. You don't even listen. You don't even have the degrees that they have, but you know more about the company in and out. You can run the company from the back of your hand. They see you coming. I say they see you coming. And so undercurrently or underhandedly, they were trying to beat her to the punch. You see what I'm saying? They were doing Crystal Brown Bowen. They were doing everything, Jacket, in their power to try to get his attention. And so he looked past them, even though they underestimated her. But you got to understand that this is the season for the underdog to win. Oh God, I felt that. God help me here. I say this is the season for the underdog to win. This is the season for the people that have been underestimated and overlooked. Come here, David. Everybody, all the other brothers went in front of Samuel, but Samuel, he said, listen, the oil won't come out because they're not the ones. Excuse me, you're not the one. Excuse me, you're not the one. Listen, God have you particularly in mind for this next assignment. The next rank belongs to you. Faith, and work is connected. This girl had faith. She had faith in the God that Naomi was serving. Not only did she have faith, she didn't sit to the house or to their apartment or to their one-bedroom shack. She didn't sit there sulling and soaking and being all depressed. She say, show me where to feel at. She say, show me a place where I can go and be productive so that I can bring wheat and bread and barley to our house. See, a lot of times we just be sitting there waiting on God to just show up. But just send me a surprise check in the mail. Just send me a stimulus check. Just send me a welfare check. I'm just going to wait on the 15th or the 3rd whenever my EBT get full loaded. Come on, listen, the devil is a liar. You are not that type of person. You're not that type of chick. You're not that type of man. There's greater. God, listen, there's greater. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. God has strategically set this thing up so that we can be in position to build the kingdom. Y'all better hear me. This type of opportunity that it is here. What's up, Brian? How you doing, man? It is here. This type of opportunity, this type of community of positive, productive people. Listen, those of you who are eavesdropping on this conversation, you better get in where you fit in. Because we're headed to the promised land. It's flowing with milk and honey. And you got to understand that just because the walls have come down, you still got to be careful because it's always somebody in the camp that will buck against the rules. Always somebody, Trevor, that will end up touching something that they weren't supposed to touch and will cause the whole camp to be in a distasteful place in the presence of God. Because toxic people become people who contaminate other people. Devin showed me earlier this morning. I said, son, are the apples bad? He said, yeah, Dad, they bad. I say, son, I believe you. He's showing it to me. I believe you. I trust your word. So what he did, he showed me a bad apple. And understand that the reason why the apples were bad, because apparently there was one bad apple in the bag. And what it did, it began to contaminate all the other apples. Y'all ain't talking back to me. And no, we didn't just let the apples sit up around here. They came from the store like that. Because we do grocery pickups. Do you hear what I'm saying? Something. Oh, Lady Brinson, don't you start. Don't you start. Some people come in like that, as Lady Brinson said. But what I love about God is that He has a way of not tossing us away. If we want to be made whole, we can be made whole. Because it was a woman that had an issue of blood for 12 long years. And nobody wanted to deal with her. She had to be on the outskirts because everything she touched became unclean. I gotta go. Y'all messing with me. Y'all pulling on me. But because of her determination to move from that toxic physical place in her life, she was tired of not being able to hug her husband or hug her children or be around her sisters and sit and have tea, because everything she touched, even when she sat on a chair, it became ceremonially unclean. It had to sit on the outside for 7 days. Come here. Stop letting toxic people touch you. Stop letting toxic people speak in your ear. I told you, everybody assigned to you is not assigned to you by God. Listen, I need 75 of you guys to share. I need for you to spread the love. Listen to me, guys. Ruth said, show me where the field is at. She didn't say, show me where the nearest corner at where all the men pass by. She didn't say that. She didn't say, she said, mother-in-law, between me and you, I know how to go and get this money. I know how to work them. I know how to hustle them. I know how to bat my eyes. I know how to put on this lipstick that match my eyeshadow. Say, give me some fragrance. I know how to go out here on the corner and do what need to be. No, she didn't say that. She said, show me where the field at. Show me where the workplace is at. And she pointed her in the direction. That's all you needed today. And I'm your Naomi today. I'm a man, but I'm your Naomi today. I'm showing you where the field is at, ladies and gentlemen. I'm showing you where you can go and get the most productivity at. Listen, I'm telling you, God told me to remind you that He's getting ready to take your pain and turn it into your passion. Come on here. He's getting ready to take your pain and turn it into production. Understand that this girl was hurt. She was hurt by her own family, but God gave her a new family. She was hurt by her own mother, but God gave her a new mother. She was hurt by her own sister, but God is getting ready to give her an amazing sisterhood. Do you hear what I'm saying? Stop allowing situations to damage you to the point where you're dysfunctional. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? Stop allowing situations to damage you until you become dysfunctional. Just because one person hurt you, that does not mean that everybody is out to get you. I told my wife a couple of months ago, I said, baby, listen, I understand life, but guess what? God told me to tell you that there's more people for you than there are against you. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? Sometimes, man, people can hurt you so bad till you begin to have both eyes open at DTA, don't trust anyone. That's how you begin to think. And what that does, that restrains you, because really when you begin to think like that, watch what happened, Kathy. When you begin to think like that, you're forced into a place of unforgiveness. And what unforgiveness does, unforgiveness restrains you. Yeah, you say, oh, I forgave them. I forget. No, you haven't forgiven them, because you keep regurgitating. You keep bringing it up and you keep rehearsing it over and over again. Listen, you got to understand that forgiveness simply means that you move past that. And now you're on into an area of being productive, and you're not allowing that to affect your psyche or your emotions. Listen, feelings don't get you paid. Feelings don't get you no check. And so, listen, ladies and gentlemen, she's in the field. Lady Brinson, she out there, she in the field, she working hard, but Boaz ride up. He pull up in his chariot. And if it was the day's time, he'll be pulling up in his Bentley or his Maybach, or his Beamer or his Benz, or his Maserati, whatever it is. But he pulled up in his chariot because the brother was wealthy. Boaz said to the women and to the workers there, he overlooks them, even though they're trying to work their hips and their lips and their fingertips. He looked past them. He said, who is that damsel? Who is that woman? Because you have to understand that everybody knew who Boaz was when he pulled up, and everybody was respecting him. And when he pulled up, he stopped all of the production basically, but she kept on working because she was unfamiliar with who Boaz was. She didn't know who Boaz was. She didn't have no Facebook. She couldn't look him up on Instagram. You understand? She just heard about him, but she didn't know him personally. And so she kept on working. Come on here. You got to understand that this is the season that God is saying that you got to just keep on working. Don't look for nobody to bail you out or to bring you. I know some of your kinfolk could give you a good loan or just give it to you, but God said he's not going to allow them to give it to you, because if they give it to you, they're going to say that if it wasn't for them, Juju, you would have got to the place that you are at. If it wasn't for them, you would never be successful, Tracy. That's what they'll say. They'll say you owe me for the rest of your life. And so what God is saying, Natasha, he's saying that, listen, he's going to do it for you. Don't wait on nobody else to do it for you. He's going to do it for you. He's going to grant you favor and access. He's going to hook you up. Come on here, so that nobody can get the credit or the glory but him. I gotta go. But in between time, get your coffee and your Danish. She was about her business, Lady Brinson. That's what Mother Catherine Ford said. She was about her business. It was something that was sincere to her heart. Why? Because watch this, Catherine. She had a why. She was out there with passion. Her pain has turned into passion. She had a why. She had a reason, Kathy, for Bryant, for Nick. She had a reason for working so hard. Mama Henderson, DeAndre Tatum, she had a reason. What is your reason? What is your why, Natasha? Is it because you want your children to have a better life? What is your reason? What is your why, Sherry? Why are you working so hard? Why you're so involved and so dedicated to moving to the next level? Why Why do you not want to stay stuck in a dead-end job that's only going to pay you $7.75? Wow. And then at 30 years, they just going to give you a beat-up Timex, come on here, and a certificate that say job well done. Why do you want more? The reason why we want more, because we want to leave generational blessings and not generational curses. The reason why we want more is because we want our children's to be blessed. We not only want them to be blessed when we leave, but we want to be a blessing to our elder parents and our grandparents while they are still here. That's our why. That was her why. She wanted to make sure that Naomi was straight. She wanted to make sure that she can reinvest in somebody that had invested in her. She wasn't self-centered. She wasn't just concerned about me, myself, and I. And that's a poisonous syndrome that has slipped into the kingdom. Self-centered people. I was telling a brother the other day, he said, man, Pastor, I'm so grateful for you. Matter of fact, he hit me and Brother Maurice up at the same time. He had us on a group text. Excuse me. And he said, thank y'all for pouring into me. He said, Bishop, he said, man, because of your challenge that you have given to us in our Men of Paparazzi group, he said, man, my business is thriving. He said, man, if it wasn't for you guys and y'all helping us, see, that's the thing. When you hit a certain place, guys, don't get arrogant. Don't get stuck up. Don't act like you can't help nobody. You got to understand that, listen, to whom much is given, much is required. And understand that our main position is to be a servant unto the Lord. And I told him, I said, brother, I said, King, it's our position to esteem another king more higher than ourselves. See, a lot of times we want people to carry our bag and to hook us up and to serve us. But what happens? Just because you King Harry don't mean that you're not supposed to serve someone else. Your position is to serve. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? That's why David went and got the boy by the name of Mephibosheth. He was a servant king. David had a heart after God's own heart. He had made a covenant, a league, a promise to Mephibosheth's father, which was Jonathan. And he said, listen, your household will be blessed. Your lineage will be blessed. And understand that he kept his promise. And he made sure that even though Mephibosheth had an impediment with his legs and he wasn't able to walk, why, Jamie? He wasn't able to walk real well. He was always hopping and limping, getting to his destination or need some sort of assistance. Why? Because somebody dropped him. And a lot of us have been crippled in our minds and in our spirits because somebody dropped us. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? I know you've been in a dark place because you was dropped. Your father wasn't there. You was dropped. He was supposed to protect you, and somebody in the family ended up molesting you and ended up doing some things to you that unfortunately shouldn't have happened to you. And your mind was confused because the makeup of our anatomy and the makeup of our body is that God put that particular sexual sensation inside of us. And sometimes when things was hurting, it still felt good. And so now you confused. You was dropped, and now you've been in a whirlwind, and now you got love mixed up as far as a physical touch than understanding the anatomy of love. And so watch now. I'm gonna let you go. And so Ruth said, listen, you have shown me. You've shown me love. You've shown me how to have concern about another human being. And she says, Naomi, I'm doing this for you. And while she was out there working, Boaz pulls up. And when he pulls up, he say, who's that? Who is that woman? She said, who is that woman? Who is that woman? This is what he says. Let me tell you the reason why he says that. He says that because your gift will make room for you. Oh, I wish I had somebody to talk back to me. I say, I wish I had somebody to talk back to me. God will take your pain and turn it into purpose. He will take your tears and utilize them to wipe away your hurt, Charlene. Because if it hadn't been for God, there are other people that died in those particular elements of life. But yet you're here, you're a survivor. And now you can talk about it. Now you can share it. You don't have to be ashamed. It wasn't your fault. Because it happened to you. It didn't kill you. Whatever didn't kill you, it made you stronger. It happened because God wanted you be able to be a voice, a mouthpiece to help somebody else. And so now her gift has made room for her. She didn't go and market and put out no flyers and say, I'm sister. No. Boaz say, who is that? The girl wasn't dressed up. She didn't have on no makeup. She didn't have on no perfume, because later we'll find out how Naomi told her to do certain things to go and be at the feet of Boaz. How to put on a certain fragrance so he can smell who you are. But while you're there, don't allow nothing to take place. We'll talk about that in a later conversation, because Naomi was giving her wisdom. Because here's the catch: if you give him the milk, why would he need to buy the cow? I'm coming. Talk, Brinson. I'm doing the best that I can. And so now, watch this. And so now, watch this. So now, Drusilla, she is identified by Boaz. Boaz was rich. He was handsome. He had it going on. He had land. He was a businessman. But the truth of the matter is, he was lonely. He was alone. It's one thing to have plenty of money, to be rich, to be a millionaire, have a big house, have cars. But isn't it another thing to have all that and to just be by yourself? Let me tell you something. Even for older people who may be single or lost their husband or their companion or their wife, a lot of them are individuals that will get a dog or a cat, because companionship has a tendency to make you live longer. Good, wholesome, healthy companionship. It gives you something to live for. So I say to you that it's a good thing to have companionship. It's a good thing to have friends. It's a good thing to have not frenemies, but to have friends, to have somebody who speaks your language, to have somebody who you can dialogue and cross-pollinate with, somebody who can hold you accountable and you can hold them accountable. And so watch now, watch what happens. Watch what happens. He said, who is that woman? And I gotta go, I'm serious. I'm gonna bid y'all to do it in a minute. I've been on here for a while. He said, who is that woman? And watch what the girls say. Watch what the servant leaders say. Watch what the girls that says that wanted him for themselves. They say, oh, that's just the Moabitess woman. That's just the Moabitess woman. That's what they say. They don't say, oh, that's Ruth. That's Naomi's daughter-in-law that husbands have died. They don't give that type of illustration as far as or a definition as far as who she is. They say, oh, that's the Moabitess woman. They described her from where she come from. When they said the Moabitess woman, immediately it went to trying to trigger a nasty, negative thought about who she is. Mama Catherine, I'm coming. They try to paint a negative, nasty picture. I dare y'all to share right now. I need you to share right now. They tried to paint a horrible, horrific picture, an insensitive picture about who she is. Everything that come from Moab is distastable. Everything that come from Moab is lascivious, adulterous, heathen, pagans, ungodly. This is what they were saying about her by saying she's a Moabitess woman. Isn't it funny how people have a tendency to try to describe you based off of your past? Come here, let me talk to you. allegations after allegations, and some true and some not. But the truth of the matter, if any man, not just saying man that pisses against a wall, but mankind, because there's neither male nor female in Christ, if any man be in Christ, he's a new creature. Old things are passed away, and behold, all things have become new. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? Old things have passed away, and all things have become new. Thank you, Natasha, for it. Listen to me. God is trying to tell you something. What is he trying to tell you? Even though she came from Moab, she made a declaration at the crossroads of her life when Naomi was leaving Moab. I told y'all to pack your bags. You're getting ready to go somewhere. She had her luggage, her pink luggage. She had her Louis Vuitton. She had her Gucci. She had her Prada. She had her Tory Burch. She was getting ready to go somewhere. Don't get dressed up and you ain't going nowhere. Stop flogging and talking about you faking it till you make it. You got to already have in your mindset, baby, I'm already here. I'm just waiting on the manifestation. I'm already in posture to be a recipient of the things that God have for me. Come on here. I'm already equipped. I'm armed and I'm dangerous. Y'all scared to share? You scared to invite somebody over to this live? I'm armed and dangerous. You need to invite all your haters because they need to sit right there on the bench and watch what God do before the month of May is out concerning your life. Come on, listen. If you're happy and you know it, hit some hearts. Hit some hearts. Listen to me. If you're happy and you know it, hit some hearts. You ought to hit some hearts. Listen. And so all of them that said she's a Moabitess woman. She's a no good woman. She's a two-timing woman. She's a backstabbing woman. Come on here. She's a trifling woman. Y'all ain't talking back to me. Come on. She's a woman that can't be trusted. This is what they were saying. Just look at her. Look at her. She thinks she's too cute for her own good. Look at her. Come on here. Look at her over there working, trying to impress you. Look at her. While we over here taking a break and we're honoring you. Look at her. She's over there being somebody she thinks she should be, but she's not. Come on here. That's what they were saying. That's what they were saying about her. But you have to understand. Listen to me. You have to understand that you are not of the carbon copy. You're different. You're somebody. Come on here. You're somebody that is a trendsetter. You're not a trend follower. You somebody that do your hair different. You're somebody that come out of the thrift shop looking like $1 million because you have that type of anointing. You're somebody that can go to Walmart or Target, come on here, and get a reduced $2.99 shirt, come on here, and put some jeans with it and put a belt with it and put some of that $5 paparazzi accessories with it, and baby, you looking like you got on St. John and Mugler. Come on here. Y'all ain't talking back to me. Y'all don't understand. Stop underestimating your value. Stop underestimating who God said that you are. Stop allowing other people to speak into your life and cause you to begin to think backwards instead of thinking forward. Come on here. People say things to try to minimize who you are because they don't want you to maximize who God said that you are. Understand? Oh God, I dare y'all to get us to 100. If you get us to 100, I tell you what, we'll be 10,000 feet above ground. Come on here. And I'll begin to explain something to you about not just your acceleration, but your elevation. Come here. Oh, we're about 5 away. I need you to spread the love. Listen to me. You got to understand. You got to understand. Listen, we're 99. You have to understand that Ruth did nothing but work. And when she was working, understand that other people had an opinion about her. They were pessimistic people. You want to make sure that you hang around optimistic people. And if you don't have an opportunity or privilege right now to be around optimistic people, you become that optimistic person concerning your life, concerning your destiny. You got to understand that, listen, God can make your your dreams your reality. God can take you from nothing and give you something. I need for somebody to hit some hearts, give the devil a heart attack. And I want to tell you this personally. Get ready. Get ready. Because listen, your takeoff season is here. Get ready. You're getting ready to go to heights that you've never been because you made a decision to stand up. Watch this, Mama Kathy. Not only did you stand up, you made a decision to speak up. You speaking those things that are not as though they were. We're at 100. And so now you're in the air. You're above ground. And understand, watch this, Lady Brinson, because you are 10,000 feet elevated, because you're that high, understand that now when you look back down to the ground, everything that you look at is small. I'm talking about huge trucks, it's small. I'm talking about trees that are 25 feet tall, it's small. I'm talking about commercial buildings that are skyscrapers, they're this big now. I'm talking about whenever you elevate your mind, whenever you rise above situations and circumstances, it begin to look small. Stop allowing small things to frustrate your spirit. Stop allowing small-minded people to frustrate your spirit. Let me tell you something. Even though a giraffe is a giraffe, listen, and a turtle is a turtle, understand they're two different animals, but understand that the turtle eat from a certain altitude and the giraffe eats from a different altitude. And you got to understand that, baby, you are a giraffe and you're standing high and you're standing tall. Come on here. Let the turtles eat with the turtles and you come on up here and eat with the giraffes. And so listen, I got to go. But at the end of the day, she kept working. Boaz said, who is she? Now you got to understand that Boaz is a kinsman redeemer. And he wants to know who Ruth is. Let me show you what favor does. She never went and gave him a card. She never went and presented anything to him. She never went and said, 111, baby, that's your number. She never went and said, look, I'm Naomi's, she never said none of that. He said, who is that? And let me see if this is working. Ding dong, knock, knock. That's what God is doing. He has saw your dedication. He has saw how faithful you've been. And you have to understand that faith moved God. I know he made some promises to you and they haven't manifested yet. But this is the month. Hear me and hear me well. This is the month. This is the month that God is getting ready to do something that he has never done before. This is the month that God is strategically setting you up so that he can blow your mind. Watch what happens. She invested in her sponsor. Do you hear what I'm saying to you guys? She invested in her sponsor. She invested in her upline. She invested so that her sponsor can get blessed. Because she realized that if Ruth can get blessed, if Naomi can get blessed from what I'm doing, we all will be blessed. Do you hear what I'm saying? And she realized the only reason why I'm able to work in Boaz's field is because of Naomi. Do you hear what I'm saying? Naomi probably didn't have the energy and the strength to go out there because she was older in age. But watch, Tanisha, watch, Sherry, y'all better hear me. Whatever you make happen for somebody else, God will make something amazing happen for you. Winifred, I'm trying to tell you, whatever you make happen for somebody else, God will make that thing happen for you. Stop doubting the power of sowing and reaping. Y'all better hear me. Last night we caught a training, Bless Karma. That spoke volume to me. The reason why many of us are blessed right now is simply because we took the stand and the step to bless somebody else. And now we're recipients of the seeds that we have sown. Y'all better hear me. Sow seed into fertile ground. And so what happened, Boaz said, oh, I hear y'all. I hear you saying that she's a Moabitess woman. I hear what you're saying, but let me tell you something. This girl, charisma and her character and her productivity, she ain't out here trying to stunt for the camera. She's not out here trying to pull on me. She act like she's not even interested in me. But this is what I want y'all to do. Because she might not be interested in me, but I'm interested in her. Do you hear what I'm saying? Many of y'all saying, oh man, I ain't interested. But God's saying he's interested in you. The reason why he's interested in you, because he's saying, I can trust you. I can trust you. I can bless you. You can handle a blessing. You won't get brand new like a lot of people get brand new when God bless them. When he take them from the ghetto and give them more, they get brand new and they get amnesia. They forget, have selective memory. You know what I'm saying? But you understand that if God bring me out, listen, I'm reaching back and I'm bringing somebody else out. Huh? Hear me and hear me well. Hear me and hear me well. Toya, thank you for joining. Hear me and hear me well. And I'm going to bid y'all to do. Jessica Black, you say you're ready. We're here, Mama Ford. And so he says, today, Nina Morton, this is what we're going to do, Tracy. Today, we getting ready to do something that I never done before. This is what God does. God shifts an atmosphere. He shifts a climate. God, he causes other people to be in position to bless you because God has already shifted their heart and he has positioned them to bless you. Even though back in Moab, no one stepped up to be this type of blessing to you, Ruth. But even though you're in an unfamiliar territory, I want you to understand that you're dealing with a God that has favor over your life. God, help me here. Good God Almighty. Even though you don't know where the nearest hair supply store is at, you rolled it up, put it up in a wrap bond, and you went to work. You tied a knot in the bottom of your dress and you went to work. And you've been out here working productively. You've been out here sweating and laboring. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to set it up so strategically. Watch this, Winfred. You're not going to even have to work for this next blessing. What I want y'all to do, I want you to just start dropping the barrels of wheat. So all she got to do is just glean. All she got to do is just pick it up. I don't know who this is for, but you're getting ready to just pick up blessings. Come here, somebody. You're not going to have to struggle the way that your grandmama and grandpapa struggled. You just getting ready to pick up blessings. Hey, cousin, how you doing? God bless your heart. You're getting ready to pick up blessings. God bless you. Yes, you're getting ready to pick up blessings. You're getting ready to go to places that you've never been. You're getting ready to move into uncharted territories. God is getting ready to, come on here, just drop deposits on you. Come on here. Simply because you have had faith. And not only have you had faith, you've worked. You've worked endlessly. But God said, listen, not only are you getting ready to just glean, not only are you, watch this, Natasha, are you getting ready to just pick it up? You getting ready to come in contact. Come on here. I'm getting ready strategically. I'm getting ready to strategically set you up in a permanent relationship, not with a broke ass, but with a bro ass, with somebody that has some money. Come on here. I'm getting ready to set you up with somebody that has favor, somebody that has credit, somebody that has the blueprint to life. And understand that Ruth, come on here. She's getting ready. Come on here. God is positioning her. She's getting ready to own the field. Come on here. That she once was gleaning in. She's getting ready to own the field that once people, come on here, said that she was a Moabitess woman in. Why? Because she has favor that is attached to her life. Why? Because this is getting ready to be her season to shine. Understand that the girl, she had dirt on her. The girl had come from a crazy, impoverished, particular type of life. But God said, this is your season to shine. Why? Because she made an investment in somebody else. Listen, this is your opportunity to sow a seed. A couple of you said, listen, where's the Cash App? I wanted to sow. Listen, my Cash App is right there at the bottom of this screen. If this word has been an encouragement to you, sow a seed. Today is the 19th. Sow a seed that is nothing less than $19. If you want to sow $19, sow $19. Sow a seed today. Because I'm believing before the end of this month, Winifred, I'm believing that there's a manifestation, Michelle Wilson, Iris. There's a manifestation that is getting ready to happen for you. And not only for you, but for your entire family. Sow a seed. Sow a seed so God can meet your need. You want your business to grow? Sow a seed. What a seed does in fertile ground, a seed germinates. It dies so that it can grow. Let me tell you something. It's one thing to ask God for something, but how can you receive it with your hands closed? I need for you to say right now, I'm sowing, Bishop. Hashtag, I'm sowing. Those of you that are sowing today, I'm sowing. I'm sowing. Thank you, Natasha, for sowing today. I'm sowing. Hashtag it, I'm sowing. I'm sowing. Hey, Candace, thank you for joining. I'm sowing. Winifred, listen, I'm telling you, I see some amazing things that is getting ready to happen for you in your business. I see God getting ready to open some doors that no one can shut. I'm sowing. Come on. I need you to type it in. Stay ready for blessings. Come on, Renee. Yes. God wants to bless you. But do you want to be positioned to be blessed? Favor. Yes. 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 Favor. Who's sowing today? I'm sowing today. I'm sowing a seed today, Bishop. I don't care what nobody else is going to do, but I'm going to sow a seed today. I might not have $19 today, but I'm going to sow 9. Come on here. Sow a seed with a 9 in it today. I'm sowing $29 today. I'm sowing $39 today. I'm sowing, Bishop. Hashtag, I'm sowing. I'm sowing. I'm sowing. I'm going to sow a seed. I'm going to plant a seed. I'm going to give to the man of God today. I'm going to sow into fertile ground. Listen, I don't declare to be the best preacher in life, but I do know that God has placed me here on this platform to pour into you, to encourage you, to empower you, to push you, to motivate you. Listen, if God did it for me, he can do it for you. If God did it for us, he can do it for y'all. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? Listen, sow into good ground. Sow into good ground. Hey, Stacy, God bless you. Thank you for joining. Sow into good ground. I'm sowing today. I'm sowing, Bishop. I'm sowing. I'm sowing. Listen, all you have to do is go to my Cash App, Corey Brinson, and sow a seed today. This is my platform where you're able to give. You can give right there through my Cash App. All you have to do before we get off, before I pray, I want to pray over your seed today. I want to pray over your seed today. I want to pray over your seed today. I need you to say, Bishop, I'm sowing. Hashtag, I'm sowing. I'm sowing. I'm sowing. I'm not telling you to tell me how much you're going to sow. I want you to say, I'm sowing today. I want you to stand up and I want you to confirm. I want you to say it loud. I want you to say, I'm sowing, so that God can hear you and the devil can too.